Hello everyone. Today we will start the next chapter of Rain Tree course book, chapter 3, The Cherry Tree. It is written by Ruskin Bond, a very well-known famous writer. Now first let something know about him. Ruskin Bond is an Indian writer of British origin. He has spent most of his life in Dehradun and loves writing about the forest, hill stations, and people of this region. Many of his stories are autobiographical, means dealing with his own life. He was honored with the Sahitya Academy Award in 1992 for his work Our Trees Still Grow in Dehra. Now let's know about the chapter. The Cherry Tree is the story written by Ruskin Bond is an important comparison of the life of a tree with human life. It depicts the ability, strength, toughness, and the ability to stick with something showed by the cherry tree planted by Rakesh against all the difficulties it faced. Similarly, Rakesh also understands the value of love, compassion, affection, relationship, persistence, patience by observing the growth of the cherry tree. The story clearly emphasizes the importance of all these qualities in human life and also about the importance to preserve nature for the future generation. Now let's know about the two main characters. Rakesh, a 7-year-old boy, is a very caring person. He plants a cherry seedling and nurtures it at every point of time. He watches it grow and always stays by the plant like a parent would to his or her child. Yet, Rakesh does not give up on the plant and it becomes a huge tree. He lives with his grandfather in Mussoorie. His grandfather told the stories and he read the newspaper for him. He loved his grandfather too much. He was also a nature lover. Now, the second character, Grandfather. Grandfather is a very kind and polite man. He loves his grandson and protects him and his things which are loved by him. He allows his grandson to plant cherry seed in the ground and also scolded the lady who had cut the tree. This shows his true love towards his grandson. Now let's start reading an explanation.
Now let's begin reading along with explanation. One day, when Rakesh was 7, he walked home from the Mussoorie Bazaar eating cherries. They were a little sweet, a little sour, small, bright, red cherries which had come all the way from the Kashmir Valley. Now here it has described that Rakesh, who was a 7-year-old boy, he was coming home from the Mussoorie Bazaar and was eating cherries. There was a description of cherries which had come all the way from the Kashmir Valley. By the time he reached home, only 3 cherries were left. When he reached home, only 3 cherries were with him. Have a cherry, Dada. Now, Dada, I think that you all know it is a loving way of calling one's grandfather or brother. He said, as soon as he saw his grandfather in the garden. Grandfather took 1 cherry and Rakesh promptly ate the other 2. Promptly means immediately. When Rakesh offered the cherry to his grandfather, he took 1, but he immediately ate the other 2, thinking that if grandfather would take other 2 also, then means that he was fond of eating cherries. He kept the last seed in his mouth for a long time, rolling it around until the tang had gone. Tang means a strong, sharp taste or smell. Means that he kept the last seed in his mouth until its taste had gone. He kept on rolling it around his mouth. Then he placed the seed on the palm of his hand. "Are cherry trees lucky?" he asked. "Of course," said grandfather. "But nothing is lucky if you put it away." Means if you throw it away or if you will not keep with you, then they are not lucky. If you want luck, you must put it to some use. "What can I do with the seed?" "Plant it." So Rakesh found a small space and began to dig up a flower bed. What does flower bed mean? A part of a garden where flowers are planted. "I will plant it here." He found a small space and he began to dig up a flower bed so that to plant the seed. "I don't think that it is a good idea," said grandfather. "Why?" "I have sown mustard in that flower bed. Plant it in that shady corner where it won't be disturbed." Grandfather wanted the seed to be planted in the shady corner where nobody could disturb it. Rakesh went to the corner of the garden. He pressed the seed into the soil with his thumb and it went right in. Then he had his lunch and ran off to play cricket with his friends. He forgot all about the cherry seed. After sowing the cherry seed in the soil, Rakesh had his lunch and he ran away to play with his friends and forgot about the seed. When it was winter in the hills, a cold wind blew down from the mountains and went to in the deodar trees. In the evenings, grandfather and Rakesh sat outside near a charcoal fire. Now here deodar trees means that the trees that grow in the western Himalayas. They are tall and have needle-like leaves. Charcoal, a hard black substance that can be used to build a fire, means lakdi ka koila. So they both used to sit outside in the evenings during winter, build a fire, and their grandfather used to tell him stories. Stories about people who turned into animals, beans that jumped, and stones that wept. So these kinds of stories he used to tell Rakesh while sitting outside in the evenings near the fire. They knew it was spring when the wild ducks flew north again to Siberia. Early in the morning, when he got up to chop wood and light a fire, Rakesh saw the V-shaped formation flying northward. Now, why did the ducks fly north in spring? See, when geese, ducks, and other birds fly from one country to another to escape the winter. So, ducks flew north in spring to escape the winter, and they fly in the shape of a V. They formed V shape. Why? To make it easy for them and also faster for them to travel long distances. One morning in the garden, Rakesh bent to pick up what he thought was a small twig. Now children, twig here means a soft woody shoot growing from a branch or stem of a tree or shrub, जिसको हम टहनी कहते हैं. So what happened that one morning while Rakesh was in the garden, he saw a small twig and he bent to pick it up. So he found to his surprise that it was well rooted, means it had roots inside, it was firm. He ran to fetch grandfather. He ran to bring his grandfather, calling, "Dada, come and look, the cherry tree has come up." It was from the same place from where Rakesh had planted a seed. So the cherry tree has come up, means the cherry tree, the seed that has now changed into a plant. What cherry tree? Asked grandfather. The seed we planted last year. Look. They both bent down and peered at the tiny tree. Peered means look with concentration at someone or something. Dhyan se. Yes, it's a cherry tree, said grandfather. You should water it now and then. Now and then means time to time. Rakesh went indoors and came back with a watering can. He brought water for the plant. Don't drown it, said grandfather, laughing. Drown here means that don't give too much water. Rakesh gave it a sprinkling. Sprinkling means few drops of water. And circle it with pebbles. Pebbles means stone. Here children you can see that the plant is there and around it the pebbles are kept. So for the safety of the plant. What are the pebbles for? Grandfather asked. For privacy, Rakesh said. Now what does the word privacy here mean? The state of being alone and undisturbed. He put the pebbles there so that no one could disturb it. That year, the monsoon rains came early. Ferns sprang from the trunks of trees. Ferns, children, means flowerless plants with long stems and feather-like leaves, plants which do not have flowers. Sprang means rose from the trunks of trees, and the trees dripped. Dripped means leaked as the mist came curling up the valley. Now, mist means that a light rain or a collection of very small drops of water in the air. That is like a fog, means जिसको हम धुंध कहते हैं. So, the mist came curling up the valley. The whole valley was surrounded with mist and little rain was there, and therefore the tree was also dripping, leaking. The cherry tree grew quickly in this season, and the tree grew very quickly in this season. It was about 2 feet high when a goat entered the garden and ate all the leaves. Only the main stem and 2 thin branches remained. Now what happened that when it had grown 2 feet high, a goat entered the garden and ate all the leaves. Only the main stem and 2 thin branches remained. Never mind, said grandfather, seeing that Rakesh was upset. Why was he upset? Because the goat had eaten all the leaves of the cherry tree. It will grow again. Cherry trees are tough. Now, here the writer is trying to convey to us also that we should remain strong and tough in difficult situations. Therefore, the grandfather is saying that cherry trees are tough. It will survive again. It will not lose hope. Then, towards the end of the rainy season, new leaves appeared on the tree. Then a woman cutting grass came down the hillside, her scythe swishing through the heavy monsoon foliage. Now, scythe, children, here means a tool with a sharp curved blade and a long handle used specially to cut long grass. A woman with her tool came to the garden, swishing through the heavy monsoon foliage. Swishing means move with a rushing sound, and foliage means leaf of a plant. She with her tool moved through the heavy monsoon foliage, means the heavy leaves of the cherry tree. She did not try to avoid the tree. She cut the tree. One sweep and the cherry tree was cut in two. One strike was there and the cherry tree was cut in two. When grandfather saw what had happened, he went after the woman and scolded her. But the damage could not be repaired. Though he scolded her, but whatever the damage had happened, it could not be repaired. Maybe it will die now, said Rakesh. he got disappointed because after seeing the condition of the tree as it was being cut into two, so Rakesh said that maybe it will die now. But the cherry tree had no intention of dying. No, it won't die. It was strong and firm. Here, another thing the writer is trying to convey us that we should be strong and firm, just like cherry tree.
By the time summer came around again, it had sent out several new shoots with tender green leaves. Tender means soft. Rakesh had grown taller too. He was 8 now, a sturdy boy with curly black hair. Sturdy means strong and healthy, and deep black eyes. The changes came to him also. He became a strong and healthy boy with curly black hair and deep black eyes. One day, he found a bright green praying mantis. It is an insect perched on a branch. It was the cherry tree's first visitor, the first insect that came on cherry tree. The next visitor was a hairy caterpillar who started eating the leaves. The second visitor was caterpillar. Rakesh removed it quickly and dropped it on a heap of dry leaves. Now heap means an untidy pile of something, and here it is सूखे पत्तों का ढेर. He removed the caterpillar and threw it on the heap of the dry leaves. Come back when you are a butterfly, he said. Winter came early. The cherry tree bent low with the weight of snow. Now, as the snow falls in winter, so it came on cherry tree also. Therefore, it became heavy and bent down. Then in February, it was Rakesh's birthday. He was 9 and the tree was 3. But it was almost as tall as Rakesh. It had now grown up. One morning, when the sun came out, grandfather went into the garden. He stared at the cherry tree and then called out, Rakesh, come and look. Rakesh and grandfather gazed at the tree. Now, what does the word gazed mean? It means to look at something or someone for a long time. There was a pale pink blossom at the end of the branch. Now, blossom means the flowers that appear on a tree before the fruit. The following year, there were more blossoms, and suddenly the tree was taller than Rakesh, and then it was taller than grandfather, who was older than some oak trees. But Rakesh had grown too. He could run and jump and climb tree as well as most boys. And he read a lot of books, although he still liked listening to grandfather's stories. Now here, as the time changed, as the time moved on, there came the changes in Rakesh as well as in his grandfather. This is only has been described here. Now here the comparison of both Rakesh and cherry tree has been done as how they are growing together. Bees came to feed on the nectar in the blossoms of the tree. Bees came to feed on the nectar of the flowers of the cherry tree, and tiny birds pecked at the blossoms. Now children, pecked here means to eat or bite something with beak. So the tiny birds came into the garden and they used to eat the flowers of the cherry tree and broke them off. But the tree kept blossoming. Kept growing flowers. That summer, there were small cherries on the tree. Rakesh tasted one and spat it out. He tasted one of the cherries, but he threw it out. It's too sour, he said. The reason what he gave of throwing it is that it's too sour. They will be better next year, grandfather replied. A few days later, on a warm sunny afternoon, Rakesh went into the garden and lay down on the grass beneath the tree. He went into the garden and then he lay down on the grass. He gazed up through the leaves at the great blue sky. Then he looked up at in the sky through the leaves. Grandfather came outside too. They waited in silence until the stars came out. They both, as you can see in the picture also children, here it is given that they both were lying and they were looking up in the sky through the leaves, and they looked up till the stars came out. There are so many trees in the forest, said Rakesh. Why do we like this tree so much? Now then he put up the question to his grandfather that there are so many trees in the forest, but why do we like only this tree so much? Because we planted it ourselves, said grandfather. So grandfather said that they had planted it, they took care of it, nurtured it, watered it. So it was like their family. So this is the only tree which they both liked so much, and this is the reason which grandfather gave, as they had planted it themselves. Just one small seed, said Rakesh, and he touched the smooth bark of the tree that had grown. Now Rakesh touched the leaves and the trunk of the cherry tree. I wonder, he whispered, is this what it feels like to be God? So when he touched the leaves and the trunk of the cherry trees, and then he said that it is probably how God feels when he looks at his creations. Now see children, cherry tree was a creation of both Rakesh and his grandfather. Therefore he is saying that this is how the God feels when he looks at his own creations, and we too are the creation of the God. We are the children of the God, and just like that the cherry tree was also the child of the Rakesh and his grandfather. So this is it what he meant by saying this line, that God also feels the same as they both were feeling the same when they were looking at the cherry tree, because it was their creation, and God also feels when he looks at his creations, like when he looks at his own children, he also feels the same. So this is all. We have come to the end of the chapter. I think that you all have understood it. Thank you.